Throw me. It's like a cat. I would have gathered it's like a cat more than a snake. And we are off. So match 2 between Sloaters and Total.
Sync by default. Nice. Alright, so yeah.
Morph ball. That's the first item.
Alright. Calling the dream of every single runner, X-ray. Best item in the game. Right there, first item.
X-ray.
Yeah.
You know what? No. So it's gonna be Morph Ball and an E-Tank. No. Nah, that's way too safe of a bet.
That's way too easy, dude. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's gonna be Hydro.
Oh.
Come on, let me be right.
Oh, just as good as X-ray.
Just as good. So worthless.
I mean, just as overpowered.
Oh.
I mean, I guess reserve tanks are like. Yeah, I guess for NMG purposes, reserves are even more overpowered than X-ray, but. So yeah. Morph ball in the ceiling. Sloater is missing that initial D boost. Oh, we're not even getting the backup. So probably gonna go for the beamer, yeah. Oh, I think he shot this too early though.
Yeah, he did.
That was just very unfortunate timing. Alright. Sloater's getting on the second attempt.
Isn't that nope tank technically a yes tank? Because you do have to. Yeah, you have to collect it.
Yeah, you have to. There's no way around it. Unless you want to play without Morph Ball. I guess you could do like door skip into weird shenanigans, but since this is NMG, this is just not allowed. Like, skipping Morph Ball in NMG is generally pretty hard. Alright, Total, since he doesn't have Super Seer, gonna go for that left side Retro Brinstar check, gonna get some missiles. Total definitely not gonna go to Brinstar.
No, he's not gonna meme out.
Yeah, he's one of the people that call out the meme route as it is.
Sloaters might also skip the Mother Brain Room item like he did last run.
Yes. Leodox unfortunately had to drop out. So, very unfortunate, but no other way around it.
More missiles. No supers in sight. Alright, so progression. They have the power bombs for it. They have I don't know, anything. It could be anything.
Yeah, could just be another nope tank. What do you think about the decision of Sloaters to skip the two? Oh dang, no. I'm so good. What do you think about the decision of Sloaters to skip those two miners that Total checked?
I honestly think it's a good idea. I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't skip them though if I didn't find any supers though. You know?
Yeah, like that's exactly the situation. Like no supers.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas it's not as like punishing as not having power bombs at this point, it's still like not nice to not have them at all. And one thing that Sloaters is going to run into right now is the fact that he needs missiles to open the next door. And he has those two empty reserve tanks, well, or semi-empty. So we'll have to farm the Kagos here or get like lucky drops by the guy in Brinstar. Yeah, there we go. Farming that Kago. getting a lot of health.
A lot of health. And no.
Oh my god, a single missile drop and an entire Keiko.
Yeah. Alright, well this little crabby crab, the green one, green edition, is gonna go ahead and drop that missile drop.
Sol being in a nice spot here of having 11 missiles coming here. So he can actually open the door, mockball across, and immediately... Dang it, dude. Yeah, that's the power of reserve tanks. That's how good reserve tanks are. Laughing my ass off, dude. Alright, and Sloaters, yeah.
He has no choice but to do this, really, because he already has that open.
Even though it didn't seem like it, but those two missiles just paying off really, really well for Total. Like, this is actually gonna save him some time here. Yeah, this is... missiles always seem so trivial, same with reserves, but we saw both just influencing this really big. The reserves just completely screwing up those drops, and Total not having to worry about it because you get those extra, it's just... Yeah, extra. Got the first super pack here, so that's nice. But yeah. Another thing is Sloaters will not be able to like open the door immediately, he will have to go up and back. If this is even... Oh, yes. Yeah, it's a super, right?
I knew it.
You absolutely called it there.
It helps, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for Sloaters that Sloaters didn't get the chance to check whatever was behind the Edakun E-Tank location.
Yeah, it's something you most likely check. Like, we rarely ever see anyone not check it. It's like 2 door transitions and like literally no overtime loss in that, but I can see why runners would skip it, especially if I can urge charge, but since that's not given, there's like really not a point in doing so. Alright, can Sloaters get the reverse knockball over the bridge here? That's an extremely tight mockball, but did he bonk? I think... Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, I looked like it.
That's an extremely tight mockball. That's pretty fun and saves you a decent amount of time. Alright, yeah.
Oh, Total. With the trust fall.
So yeah, Sloaters back in the lead on 10 missiles and 5 supers behind, which is going to make a difference, especially heading to, if it happens that they had to wreck ship early, or for like a charge to seat, it's definitely going to make a difference.
For chargeless especially.
I really like the strat Sloaters is doing here. Rolling in there, laying the power bomb immediately, and that way only getting hit by, oh well, ideally only getting hit by the small side hopper. But it's a very nice strat. A little bit slow with the power bomb but generally very safe. Oh, and that was a beautiful setup.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever went for that. I think... Oh, it makes sense, instead of having to use up all those numbers, because he doesn't have any regular missiles, really.
And so, getting the turnaround 2 times, but just not shooting.
I think it wasn't shooting for him, sometimes...
Yeah, just maybe as a warm-up. Yeah,
well, it also tends to eat your inputs, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there are some dead frames during that turnaround animation, I might be wrong, though. Alright, what's the charge beam? Ooh.
Oh, grappled. So that's good.
Yeah, really? That's good. None of the runners has the pressure for that early X-ray check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too.
Pretty easy, yeah. I mean, with this many E-Tanks, I would have honestly put my money on Total going there. Sloaters maybe.
Sloaters would have done it. I know for sure he would have done it, but
yeah,
it's just because he just didn't commit. That's all what happened the first game.
More supers. We're already at 25 for total, so that's a nice amount leaving Green Windstar. That's a really nice amount. So yeah, do you think either of the runners will go up? Direct ship?
Maybe Sloaters, because he might want to go for some type of bank.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then again, with this many E-tanks, I think you just go down.
Yeah, see sloaters going down here. What we sometimes see is, depending on what this item is, that the runners change their mind about their route. Like, if this would be Speed Booster, there's a decent chance that runners would be going up instead of down.
Yeah.
Or like, if they already had Speed Booster and this would be like Varia, they would definitely go down then, in that case.
I also feel that the right call would be to go down because you have it. Grapple,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Another E-tank.
No.
Sloaters getting gigated there.
Slightly willing to use another power bomb just to open it up.
Also, just want to point out, Total getting excellent D boosts across there, just to speed this up a little bit. It's always nice when you like it kind of seems like show off doing this
Yeah.
D boost, but it's like actually faster than just grappling straight across, so it's always nice.
The only time it would be, I guess, a little slower was if you would have to wait for the, like on the way back, having to wait for the
yeah, definitely. And Sloater's actually going up. I feel like he might feel himself pressured into that kind of decision simply because he's one game behind, so he might be thinking that he has to take like some kind of more risky gamble. But I mean, there is like a 1 out of 4 chance of this being like a very bad idea, and just like maybe like a 60% chance of this being a bad idea in general. But yeah, this can definitely pay off for sure. Also, I didn't make this numbers up right now. It's like just seeing item statistics. Like generally speaking, like Wreck Ship has like roughly a 40% chance of having a suit, which except for like a charge beam and a very low ammo heavy seat, is the only reason why Wreck Ship would be like super worth it. And since Lotus cannot get the Wreck Ship reserve tank, this is only gonna be 3 out of 4 items. Oh
yeah. Well, yeah, I guess because Lotus does have grapple also to not really have to deal with the CWJ over here. A lot of people wouldn't really go for that gamble, of course.
Yeah. I mean, unlike some people like you who just go for swag for showing off.
Yeah, well, I am a show off, but
yeah.
But we don't talk about that. I like to appear like I'm humble, at least, you know.
Yeah. Also, I missed that, but Total getting screw attack at Spazer. That's definitely nice. I just love early screw attack. Just makes
so do I.
Makes the game like more fast paced, a lot more safe. The hell runs that might be coming up are just going to be a lot more like a cakewalk with screw attack, which is really, really nice. And of course for lower North, it's just the item you want to have. Alright, and synced bosses. Create for Total and Fantune for Sloaters.
I mean, no matter what, like last night's races, Elm versus Kip, there was a seat that really wasn't like a bad choice to either go up or down.
Yeah.
Red Tower, and those are like the beautiful types of races. So
oh yeah,
we can have that type of thing going on right now.
I absolutely agree. Like seats where runners managed to take different routes and yet have like balance. Like we in that one race, Kip versus Elm, it was like Wreck Ship had just all the movement items, but Norfair just had all the progress items, and that way it was just perfectly balanced out, and it came just down to like single decisions and executions. So that was pretty nice to see. And oh, Sloaters, second time having a problem with that Fantune manipulation. I stopped ringing the door there, unfortunately.
Oh, I see the frustration in Sloaters' play.
Yep. He's not happy about this fight.
Either that or his cat walked all over his controller.
I'm sure that's the thing. I'm sure there's a kid right now just sitting on his controller. Wants some cuddles. And
Good
Ghost
fight
is dead.
nonetheless.
Also, shoutouts to boy Keku Minshoyu for his excellent Fantoon imitation last time he commentated. It was really fun to hear.
It was. Look at
I'm
this
not-
cracker. Like,
on point.
I mean, it's only morph, and
Yeah.
for floater, or excuse me, for total, it's just screw attack.
Yeah. So, starting off with the Ice Hell run.
Whoa.
Very good choice.
Floaters?
I think he's just gonna... Wait, did he skip right side
Yeah,
supers?
he did.
Oh. Interesting.
Is he
I
gonna
hope-
check? What? I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, gravity.
Oh, gravity already for total.
Oh, and Slotus has to do that super annoying bomb jump.
Maybe.
hate that thing.
Oh, that's why he did it, right?
Yeah, I assume so.
That's why he skipped the major there.
I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense, honestly, because there are 2 bolts in the... I don't know.
Well, maybe he's gonna, if he doesn't get it this time around.
I mean, plus if there would have been, like, speed boost or a high jump there, that would have been, like... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true.
No. That bomb jump is just very hard. Like, if you think, like, Sodas is bad for it, just wasting all his power bombs here, try that out yourself. It's just a dumb bomb jump. It's just not fun.
I think there might be, like, 2 or maybe 2 pixels of leeway. Space jump.
Oh, that's gonna be so nice.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there's no way Total is not going to continue with those hell runs right now, simply because he doesn't have speed or ice to get through Meridia. So he's definitely going to continue Norfair as far as I know him, which I think is pretty well, but just Space Jump and Screw Attack are going to make those hell runs a lot easier and way quicker as well.
Might give it another shot. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, that space, it was definitely not worth it.
No. But then again, no beam, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
so it's just gonna skip it.
I think that is a good play.
It is a good play. I would do
I mean,
this.
he can still go back after seeing what's at gravity. Plus, he doesn't want to waste too many power bombs here, simply because, yeah. Power bomb management is just something you really underestimate when you start out with those randomizers. Like, there are just so many situations where you just screw yourself over just because of not having sufficient power bombs.
Total will have no issue traveling through Upper Norfair. Without gravity, Space Jump just does wonders. And
oh yeah, just this room
bonus.
alone. Yeah.
I hate
these. Me too. Me too.
I can't do them. I can't do them.
Yeah. Oh, wave beam.
Yeah.
So that's nothing he needs to backtrack for. That's like not an important item at all. So that's nice for him. It's like Wreck Ship was definitely not like a super bad call. Like if that would have been like Varia, he would have been like super screwed. But this like if gravity is something really good, then this early Wreck Ship definitely could have paid off.
Just as long as nothing important is over there in at the Wreck Ship E-Tank, be careful, Total.
What does Total have in his reserves? Can he?
I have no idea.
I think, yeah, he can make it with his health to the refill station. I think he needed like 10 health for that.
He can even reserve tank abuse.
Yeah. Alright. Early Crocomire check for Total. He has a decent amount of ammo, so should not have a lot of trouble with this fight. Alright, what's your prediction for Gravity?
Gravity's gonna be Varia.
I'm gonna call high jump boots.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen Varia at gravity, really.
Oh, I did more than enough.
More than enough.
And he gets it with the wall jump. Poor sloaters. So now what I'm really curious about is if he's gonna go back. And he's not.
I mean, technically, this is still the... In a way... Oh, wow. High jump.
I know where I got those vibes from. It was close.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah, literally called it, dude. So... I mean,
Like,
it makes sense. Like, if he's really not comfortable with his trick and he's just gonna waste more time and resources, it makes absolute sense that he skips it, but that's just the only thing that could have made it, like, worth for him. Like, Spazer and that reserve tank just lost him a ton of time, more or less.
Like, in terms of speed and trying to get the bosses out of the way.
Yeah.
Going for Fantoon first, like new route, would be essentially the fastest if Total doesn't happen to find Varia here, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, then again, there really wasn't much any payoff whatsoever. I mean, Varia could be in Meridia.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It could be a thing.
Or right here.
Could just be right there at Crocomire. Well, Toll still needs something to traverse Bottoon Hallway, but I am pretty sure we're gonna see a low and offer check right now. Because there's really not a lot that he could find in Bubble Mountain now that would speed up his low and offer. So I'm gonna predict he's just gonna go there right now. He also has 30 super, so that really fight should be a cakewalk for him.
Yeah, there really should be no problem for Total at all.
And to quote my good friend Captain Duck, always bet on Croxy. I know some disagree there, but just the evidence is too strong.
Alright, Total heading to Lower North Fair.
And sloaters... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he might check... Well, most likely he's gonna check Bubble Mountain on his way out.
Yeah. Unless he happens to find, like, Charge and Speed or Ice. Yeah. I'm never sure if it's worth checking Bubble Mountain just for Charge. I kind of think it is, simply because, like, even if you do not happen to find Charge from there are just so many miners there as well in Bubble Mountain area. So it's like a lot of ammo, potentially. So we're gonna see what that low and offer holds, while Sloater's doing an excellent job with straight and just on his way to an offer now.
Excellent mock ball here at a warehouse.
Oh yeah.
And a first try for Total.
First try green gate glitch. Yeah. Good call farming those rippers here. Oh my god. This seat is so free, dude.
Well, I mean,
Speed and Ice could be like a check tool, and the other one respectively behind Bottoon, but this really looks like a super free seat. Also, I'm sorry for the plane.
Wow, wait, plane? You have a plane?
Yeah, there's like a plane in the background, I'm not sure if you can hear it.
No.
It's like super loud for me, but alright.
Now I'm trying to hear it.
Alright, so Toll has an excellent ammo right now. Because, I mean, this charge beam alone isn't gonna give him nothing against Ridley, like pea shooter charge shots, just no, but his ammo is really good. He's not gonna use any in those rooms here because he has screw attacks, so he'll have a really, really fast lone offer. So what's the best thing that could happen to Slotus right now?
The best?
Yeah.
That ice or speed is over at Mama Turtle. Speed, preferably, because he's gonna pick up gravity right now.
I feel like that wouldn't be good enough. I feel like if speed was a Mama Turtle, Toll would get it immediately as soon as he's done with his Norfolk cleanup. I feel like what would be really good for him is like finding gravity now, then going to Crocomire immediately, and then like ice or speed at a super weird location like Gauntlet or Shack Tool, and still is just checking that immediately. Whereas Total is gonna check like completely different spots before that and can lose time because of that. Otherwise, just Total has just like, I mean, Total has like a straight path in front of him. He's gonna check Ridley. If that is not ice or speed, he's gonna do Bubble Mountain, and after that, probably Mount or maybe Gauntlet after that. Yeah, that could be anything else.
Yeah, he's making the play to Meridia, which is not a bad one.
Yeah.
It would get Dragon out of the way again. If speed is over at Mama Turtle, and hopefully like Slotus decides to just kind of skip on everything else and then go to Croc, he could try something. But this is actually a good play, honestly. Like, from what we know, it's a good play.
I honestly want to argue it's a better play from what he knows than from what we know. Because he will have to do some sort of backtracking at some point.
Yeah, like,
and like
comparing what we know versus what he knows, and
like he obviously hopes to find Varia here right now, which we know he's not going to do. And the best thing he could find, like anywhere here, is speed or ice, and that had to be at a very weird location for Total to not find it immediately. So that's like a thing. Whereas if a speed or ice happens to be at Ridley, then Total is just in total go mode. That was not an intended pun, by the way. Oh, and Slotus is going down again.
Like, again, we've had a really good amount of randomizers where Varia was actually up at Mama Turtle.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's really not much else he can do. I don't think he wants to waste his time going all the way to Aqueduct and then checking like Shack Tour, checking the Sandpit.
Alright, what does Ridley hold? Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh man, this is heartbreaking. From like a viewing perspective, and as someone who likes both Total and Slotus a lot, this is like very heartbreaking. I really would have. This is just, yeah. This is hard. This is gonna be very hard for Slotus to come back from that. This is just.
Wow.
Yeah, that was just the perfect route for Total.
That's just how it goes. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly, it's pretty much the reason why you just kind of have to go down Red Tower.
Yeah, that's the reason why you never go Rection.
No.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was just, I mean, that routing by Total was just flawless. That early Crocomire's check was just totally worth it. Getting Speed Booster and Charge Beam just on the way Just totally worked out for him. And yeah, Slotus is gonna lose a bunch of time because he decides to do the these Bubble Mountain items beforehand, which means a lot of farming. Unless it's like all E-tanks, but that wouldn't save him anything either. Like, I guess the best thing right now would be Ice and Plasma, both in Bubble Mountain, which I guess honestly not sure. I mean, Total has 0 beams yet, so he might actually check.
I think he would check
the firepower. Well, he might. I mean, he might also feel lucky and just get the items that are on the way in Meridia, like Bartoon, Mama Shuttle, and Space Jump, and hope that that's like good beam.
I just feel like he would check him also because, I mean, there's also minor items in the way at least. Like,
oh yeah, right.
Supers.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see Total definitely preparing for not finding any more beams. And he made a really good job with ammo management so far, I want to say. Like, 40 supers at this point is really solid.
Yep.
The seed was also like kind of generous, like not super generous, we've seen better, but this is like still pretty decent. The power beam isn't even a real beam. Just want to point out that this is called a pea shooter, and this is not Metroid Prime.
I thought the real pea shooter is technically plasma because it has the big huge P on it. But it really makes you think.
Alright, so looks like Total is gonna do is not gonna check any of the Bubble Mountain items. Just gonna hope for some beams to be on the way.
It's I don't know, it's just tough because I think even the gamble that Total ended up doing too on checking Crocomire first before Bubble Mountain was also really good.
Yeah, I really like the call. And it's nothing there at Bubble Mountain, only E-tanks.
Oh wow.
Total just with the complete god route here, like for real. He didn't make a single mistake in this entire run yet. Like, I mean, Total, it was reasonable from Slotus to take a risk. But it's also not that, like, Slotus make, like, super bad calls. Like, you can argue about the wreck ship thing, but it's reasonable that he made this risk, but it's just, Slotus couldn't win because Total didn't make a single mistake, and that's, like, the problem here. Yeah, I mean, we had some soft lucks right at the end, so don't want to call the GG just yet. Even though at this point Total is in quite the lead. Yeah, I know, Elm. I know that you will. To be honest, Elm, you made fishier calls in this tournament. Just remembering you about your match against Wild Dude, like those were some fishy calls, dude.
Fishy calls. Isn't that when Meridia calls though? Really makes you think.
Monka S. Oh yeah, Total being careful here with his ammo, does not want to end this fight with only short shots.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible. Alright, well, looks like we're doing missiles, which is still more damage output than regular charge shots.
Slotus embracing that Crocomire leg. Just enjoying to see him suffer. Alright, just another E-tank at Crocomire. So yeah, I assume if oh, I like that strat. I assume if Space Jump is not gonna hold anything good, we're probably gonna see Total like maybe making a detour in like the Red Tower area of Alpha Power Bombs, just in the hope of getting more supers, and then just going to Turian. Either way, left side right ship supers maybe as well. Some of that stuff. Just I don't see him checking any more mages really. And I love that this meme of Tolo cheating by being the death of this randomizer has still not died.
Alright. See it, Total.
Sloaters barely missing that best mock ball in the game hybrid thing. Yeah, he has Varia now and knows where to go. Okay, Total.
No, he waited too long. Yeah, so when when Dragon is swooping from left to right, if you wait too long and you still get gooped by one of like Dragon's last goops, Dragon's not gonna pick you up.
I thought that had something to do with like when the goop started. So like if you delay the goop start like very late by being at the right of the camera like all the time, then I think you can still make that. I'm not sure. It's definitely like right side. Like generally, the right side grapple quick kill is just a lot harder than the left one. I feel.
Yeah, I would like most part of it is because also Dragon tends to swoop earlier, or rather goop earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh man, if Total is gonna get a juicy chain damage here, might still have that match free. I mean, this is a decent help for the final spark, but I died with more.
He's really trying to. Well, don't they say also that the best way to avoid chain damage is by killing Dragon with enough, like a goop spark?
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah. Pretty sure that's like hitbox related. Sloaters with that nice first try green gate glitch, easy every time. Yeah, Total playing it safe. Alright, yeah, he had 2 reserve tanks, I'm sorry.
Either way,
just noping out. So, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a P-shooter only. Mother Brain here by Total, which is interesting. Yeah, just getting more ammo, or at least looking for it.
Plasma could be a gauntlet, so...
yeah, I guess Gauntlet is a reasonable check.
I mean, sure he can complete the game, but I mean, he wants to complete it fast, so...
I mean, Toll has absolutely 0 reason to think he's behind. He made a lot of good calls. Like, I mean, I guess he could be thinking, like, that Slow the same route, but did Bubble Mountain and maybe got, like, Ice and Plasma. That would be, like, the worst case scenario for Total, but if that, like, if any of that is not the case, then Total should feel like he's ahead. And I really like this call of going here, checking the 2 Aqueduct items, it seems. Yeah. Really nice minor routing here, not gonna lie.
I love picking up these Aqueduct.
Yeah. They're just really conveniently placed, and it's just such a quick check. Alright. Only 2 missiles, but...
Wow.
I mean, at this point... he has a decent amount of firepower. We'll definitely take a few dozen charge shots, but... I don't know. Might still be faster than picking up a ton more ammo, to be honest. Unless it's like directly on the way. But yeah. I mean, Sloaters did find a beam. He found Spacer. It's not like he never found a beam. No, not like a good beam, but it is a beam.
It's a, yeah. Total might check. Well, no, cause I wouldn't understand if he chose to check. I guess he is checking these items. Like obviously he wants the ammo, so if he's willing to check these, he has to be willing to check Gauntlet.
Yeah, I feel like honestly Gauntlet is the most reasonable call at this point.
Ooh, more power bombs, I guess. Why not?
Yeah, he really doesn't need them. I think he just didn't really want them, but he just kind of jumped into them when the camera was still scrolling.
And yeah, Sloaters did pick up a charge.
Yep. So 45, I think Mode was another super pack. I would honestly bet on left side super check as well as Gauntlet. Unless, honestly, yeah. If I remember correctly, and Mode was a super, I don't think we're gonna see Gauntlet, honestly. Because he would already be at 55, and that's just... Yeah, I don't really see him going to Gauntlet. Like, that's the kind of thing I'm wondering about, like, how much time does even this ammo save?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Door transitions, item fanfares, like, I mean, pea shooter is not a lot of damage, but it's still damage.
It is damage. That's very, very true, but I don't know if Toto's actually really thinking that those numbers, you know?
Oh yeah.
As you're racing, because it's kind of... He's fine now, obviously, but...
And I mean, he obviously doesn't need to worry about like stand-up glitch as well. Like, he can just play the super casually, he can even take a few hits if he arrives at Mother Brain with full health. Alright, Sloaters making good job farming those metal pirates there.
There we go.
Actually, Sloaters is not as behind as I thought, considering that he checked all of Bubble Mountain.
Oh, I just also know... I forgot, yeah, that they still have to power bomb the methods.
Oh yeah.
So again, Gauntlet, it's... I don't know. Gauntlet would still be a really good check no matter what. Especially if ice happens to be there.
Yeah.
If Plasma's there, that's not too bad either.
Plus the two miners in the back, which are like kind of on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess checking Gauntlet is really reasonable. It's just, I don't know. He has so much stuff already.
Wow.
Still,
more fast.
Just one super. We got this. There you go.
Nice job.
And the ghost is dead. That multi-viola is so dumb.
Yep.
Killed so many hell runs. Like, especially when I was starting out RBO, that multi-viola is just... just the movement itself.
You know what's weird though? That they call those multi-violas when you see more of the blue ones grouped together?
I was never thinking about like quantity of the enemy. I was always thinking about like normal violas can just move at the wall, whereas multi-violas can just move in multiple directions in the room. So that's why I always thought it was like the multi-viola over the viola.
Yeah, it's true. What was Deer Force thinking?
Deer Force was thinking, I don't know. Deer Force was thinking a lot, honestly.
A lot, yeah.
I swear, Deer Force knew more than we think.
They were probably like, they'll never find Moonfall.
Yeah.
And sure enough.
I mean, there are just some things in this game that don't make any sense, except for like from like the perspective of certain categories in mind. It's just like very funny. Like for some stuff, like they made some stuff into this game that you cannot see unless you sequence break, and they like actually put more work into that just for something you're not supposed to see. So I think like yeah, they knew some stuff there for sure. Alright, so Total with that chip refill has to do that if he wants a somewhat fast mother brain fight. It would be just completely unreasonable to skip this refill.
I mean, he might just pray for like Metroid drops.
Oh, Slotus, I love you. Thank you.
Hitting everything. Heavy.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that golden shower felt so good. Oh man.
That's something
Slotus.
to see.
Oh man.
Is he gonna try to finish off Batoon with golden showers?
And the sea snake is dead. Was too intimidated by that golden shower there. Getting debated by not having wave beam there. Not gonna go for that full halfie. Alright, so total de-equipping screw attack here. Simply to be able to group those Metroids onto him while he's in spin jumping pose. Only real downside of this is obviously the time loss from the pause and the fact that if you screw attack, you're just invincible to the Metroid damage, so that's like a little bit of damage saved, but other than that...
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about his health.
And so Slotus cannot fully clear out the turrets. Just realized that.
Yeah.
That's always a little bit dumb when there's this turret shooting at you.
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense, because I know that Sloaters loathes, I guess sloths, farming right before Dragon, entirely.
I think like Slotus knows exactly what's going on in this race, and he's just giving us a show right now. Like those golden shower strats you don't see when you think you're ahead.
Yeah, you really don't.
Oh man, I love Slotus with that. Just with that.
Well, I mean, finding Gravity and Varia in Norfair. I can imagine that. Yeah, he should be familiar with Toto's play at least.
Yeah. Nice blue suit. Is he gonna go for a spark suit? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I guess not.
So not even bothering with stand up.
Oh, but you make fun of me for not going for it?
What?
For baby skip?
I mean, I'm always confused that you don't go for baby skip. Like, there's like a misconception that baby skip doesn't save time if you have to refill anyways. But if you make like a really good baby skip actually still saves time even if you have to refill.
Yeah, no matter what, it will always save. I just don't go for it because I don't want to learn it. That's one of those main three.
You're just too lazy, dude.
No, it's not even
yes.
it.
Yes,
Because
that's
it's too mainstream of a like Ocean Flight. That's too mainstream to go for.
if that's too mainstream for you, just learn high jump as baby skip, dude. That's not mainstream.
Now I'm gonna learn space jump baby skip when I do.
Yeah.
Now that's all settled.
Alright, Sloater's now on his way to Turian.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, in total on that speed boost to Zap Skip. Let's see how many attempts it's gonna take him. This is not like a super tight. Oh, that's
Yeah.
an questionable call, but
He's
he could have had like a few more speed boost to Zap Skip attempts before that being worth it. Destroying the Zap Skip with the supers. Like, you could have failed this like a few more times before having to do this many extra charge shots being worth it. Dang it, dude. Alright. Oh man, but Slotus only at 35 supers. Didn't pick up just as many as Total did.
Should be done, yeah.
Do you know how much damage Spacer deals?
120, right?
Alright, so 120, wait, so like... 9,000, 8,400 just by supers. So that's 9,600 left to only with charge shots. That's 80 charge shots. Plus all his ammo.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long fight, but not the longest fight we've seen. Very nice speedball into G4 by Sloaters. And I see Chad is asking for the golden shower.
On Mother Brain.
Yeah, I'm sure Sloaters would go for that.
I mean, they do 300, right?
Yeah. But so far, pretty solid fight by Total, not taking any damage.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like Total has 80 shots together. I didn't actually count, so I'm just gonna assume he's right.
Yeah, just to get it over with.
Alright, he's in catch up. Let's see.
Yep.
Oh dang! Not bad.
Calculated.
Good calculation, indeed. Yeah, he can be carefully damaging himself down, and he's good. Sloater is making up a lot of time though, not gonna lie. Like, him being this close to Total at this point is really not bad considering the stuff that went wrong with his routing. Well, not his routing, just how the route turned out.
Yeah.
I guess that's a better way to put it. Alright, also damaging himself down. Oh man, going for that baby skip. Let's go. Oh man, getting grabbed. That's unfortunate.
just realized that sloaters will actually have a much longer
Oh yeah,
frame fight.
for sure.
Wow, I didn't know he didn't pick up that many.
Yeah, he really didn't like bother with that as much as Total did.
Excellent speed set skip.
Oh yeah, first try, not even struggling. Unlike Total, who wasted 12 supers on the 7th time. I mean, in that perspective, Sloaters and Total are probably gonna have a pretty equal.
Oh, it's not hitting the glass. Okay.
Still, it's
yeah,
actually
no, but
like super different because of the 12 supers that Total used with the Zeptite. Yeah,
20 versus the 28 that Total had.
Yeah, plus the ones Sloaters wasted to the glass. Like, yeah. It's gonna be a long fight. I hope for some for free golden showers to spice it up a little bit.
Good stuff.
Traditional right side spark. No, Total didn't save. Alright, and yeah, Total has done with a time of 57:01. Taking home this best of 3, GG to Total.
And we'll be advancing on to the next round.
Yeah, we'll be facing off good old Elminster, since Leodox unfortunately had to drop out since he had to move, which is very unfortunate, but can't do anything about that. Sloater is now in catch-up phase. Still not using those golden showers. I'm disappointed. Taking that calculated catch-up hit.
Okay. Catch-up phase.
Yeah, Sloaters has recently ran a lot of low ice. Oh, thank you, Sloaters. Thank you, Sloaters.
He's even willing to jump into it. Wow.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh, he's done it.
Yeah. There we go. Come on, one more.
There we are.
Beautiful. Thanks a lot, Sloaters.
Wow, both Total and Sloater saying that they were so happy when they found Spazer. They're delusional. I'm just kidding. No, really, good job. Yeah, finding no beams at all other than Spazer is still really a godsend, you could say.
Yeah, I mean, memes, like, you can meme about pretty much every item, but they all have their use.
Correct.
In some situations. And I mean, that's 60 damage for P-Shooter versus 120 for Charged Spazer. And in such a fight, that makes up a lot of difference. Alright, I wanna... Alright, 20 seconds aligning doors, that's okay. Not the best, but I'll take it. Let's talk numbers, dude. Where the hell are the suits? The beams, I mean. Alright, so we got Ice Beam at Spring Ball, of course it's there.
Yes.
Wave Renew and Plasma at Waterway.
Waterway.
Of course Ice is at Spring Ball. Where else would it be?
Did I call that? Can't remember.
Don't think you did. But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt.
So yeah, then I did call it.
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, please remember to follow both of these runners. They did one tremendous job.
Oh yeah, follow the runners. Follow our tracker. Wait, do we have a new tracker?
Is it a new tracker now?
No, it's still Volt, alright.
Yeah, it's Volt.
Was confused by the the name, but yeah. Also follow Speed Gaming 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Odd Show Speed Gaming 8.
Yeah, L.O.Cho.
Yeah. And don't forget, as usual, to buy Fiesel some tacos, because he needs them to survive.
Oh, was Sloaters trying to get that little edge boost?
Yo, Sky, thank you so much for the 1 taco donation. Really appreciate it. Oh, Sloaters with a beautiful Behemoth Spark. Oh man, Sloaters. What are you doing, man?
You know what he's doing. What do you mean? He's gonna save them, right?
He better does, dude. He better
does.
Look. Oh my god, that
the little animal's trembling.
that pure Edikun, dude.
The Edikun was
Dang
just
it, Sloaters.
I have a family, please!
He was more like, I had a family, please.
He was shaking.
Sloaters realizing that he doesn't have bombs. Making that Alcatraz escape.
That's true, Elm. Sloaters27.
Dang.
The entire thing. So GG for Sloaters, finishing up with an SRL time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 38 seconds.
GG.
Still a good race.
Yeah, for sure.
Between the two.
Always unfortunate when we don't get a match free in those cool lineups, but can't really do anything about it. Total just played very well. Sloaters got a little bit kicked around by some of the RNG, but yeah. Alright, I think that's it.
Yep.
We don't have any more matches, right?
None at all. That was it for today.
Yeah, we have... Oh, alright. If you want to see a super hype match, you should definitely turn in tomorrow on Speed Gaming number 3, which is why you should follow Speed Gaming 3, by the way, so that you don't forget. We have the Winners Bracket semifinals, Galamos versus Fuster tomorrow at 2 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. Eastern, the first 2 games. So that's going to be extremely hype, because it's going to be deciding who's going to be the second finalist of the Winners Bracket. Yeah, so this is going to be pretty cool. So make sure to watch that.
Yep. But all in all, that pretty much does it for us now.
Yep.
Thank you, Honk.
Thanks, Steffi. It was fun. I guess we're just gonna wait out that Deer Force for Sloaters, and I'm not sure if there's anything after that on Speed Gaming 2, but I honestly don't think, because we were like kind of delaying the match. But yeah, this is nice. So yeah, you guys, thanks a lot for watching again. Follow the runners and have a good night, guys.
Take
And don't
care.
forget to post your Dia Force.